What's up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with the review for Sistas on BET Season 4. Nope, Season 5, Episode 2. The episode is titled My Boyfriend's Back, you guys. So, before we just jump into this episode review, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel and aren't subscribed to the channel, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know you can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and also by sharing the video. And with that out of the way, you guys, without further ado, let us discuss Sistas on BET, shall we? You guys, so this episode, we open up where we last left off with Preston talking to Danny about, tell me that you don't want me to go marry this girl. If you tell me that you don't want me to go marry her, I'll stay. That's not realistic. So you want me, because basically, in a nutshell, what Preston wants Danny to do is beg him to stay, basically. Because no, if you want to go be with that other woman, go find her, go get on your knees and propose to her. Do that. But what you're not gonna do is give me an ultimatum to make me say yes. I'm picking you. Which we all know Danny has feelings for him, but his way of going about this is just absolutely no, sir. We ain't doing that, right? So I hated this scene, to be quite honest with you, because I just thought it was stupid. It was nonsensical to me. So then the guy with the rude baby mama, whatever you want to call the woman, after Preston leaves, he comes up. I was like, oh my God. I kind of figured it, but I was like, I was hoping that this wasn't the case. But Tyler said, yep, this is what I'm doing. So this guy gave Danny his phone number and told her to call him if she needs. I'm like, oh my God. So now we not only have the butt licker, which we ain't saw John Moody in a minute. The butt licker, Preston, Logan, and now this guy. Danny got 4 men on her jock. But you know what? I ain't hating on Danny, because get it how you live, Danny, right? So then we move over to Pam. So Lisa, who is Karen's mama, she walked out of the room. Hey, mama, how you doing? And Lisa asked Pam, what's going on with Karen? Well, I don't usually tell people's business, so you're gonna have to ask Karen about that. But then she went on ahead and told Lisa, that Karen is pregnant. She doesn't know if it's really Zach's or if it's the preacher man's, right? And the preacher man is getting on Karen's last nerve. But Karen doesn't want the baby to be the preacher man. She wants it to be Zach's. But Zach's got a new girlfriend. And she feel like Karen's just using the preacher man. But Karen's also being really mean these days. I was like, so much for not telling people's business, Pam. And that's what Lisa said. You call that not telling people's business? You just told me everything. But you asked for it. True enough, she did ask for Pam, ask for the business. But damn, Pam, you just really gave her all of her tea. But it is what it is. So she knows now. So, she said, I closed up the salon and I just wanted to come back and make sure that she was good. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and go home. And she was like, but you're here now. But I don't want her to, if I go in there, she going to get, mad. So can you just tell her that I came back? Why does she always talk with her? She does. I mean, she talks with her hands. Like I know I talk with my hands, but girl, she acts with her hand. It's her hands are the actress, because she just do this with her hands all the time. So she goes in there. So Aaron and Andy, they came down to the salon today. Did you tell them anything? No, I didn't tell them nothing. But do you want me to call them? Karen says no. I can call them, but I can say, I don't have to tell them what's going on. I can just call them for you. So Karen says, okay, call them. Do you want me to call them from in here? She says no. Okay, well, I'll call them from outside. I was like, what the hell does the difference make? What is the difference between calling them in the room versus calling them outside? I didn't understand that. If you guys understand it, let the kid know. Let's pause here and let's move forward. So you guys, we move over to Zach and Fatima, right? So Zach and Fatima, they got home from their date. I want to point something out to you guys, because I know y'all told me this because y'all saw a live that Duvall did with Crystal Renee, right? Y'all told me that Sistas and the team are in a different universe, different time. They don't coincide. Girl, what? I don't scratch the hell out of my face, and it's just woo. So y'all tell me that those two shows are not, they are in two different parallels, right? So I'm gonna bring it up in a minute while I'm going there with it. So Zach's phone rings while he's there, gets home. It's Pam. Hey Zach, it's Pam. So Karen is at the hospital right now. Zach says he ain't coming down. I was like, you know what, Zach, that's a little bit rude, my dude. Like, sure enough, you don't know if this is your baby, but damn, she's telling you that Karen was bleeding. I would think you would say, you know what, even if I don't know if this is my kid or not, let me go make sure that her and the baby are okay. But Zach says no. I was like, well, damn, Zach. And he said, he said, you there? She's like, yeah, and her mom there. So he said, so you good? Y'all good? I was like, Zach, that is rude, my dude. So he got off the phone. So Fatima asked him what happened. He's like, you gonna get mad? She's like, no, I'm not. He's like, yes, you are. And I was like, Zach, why was she getting mad about Karen bleeding and at the hospital? That's nothing to get mad about, right? So he told her what happened. So she was like, you're not going down there? He says, no, I'm staying here with you. Now see, Fatima, you lost me at that particular moment, right? You might not, me and you, we don't like Karen, right? We all know that. I don't like Karen. So I can put my disdain for Karen aside for 5 minutes and be like, you know what, Zach? Because I'm somebody, you guys know, I don't see it for Karen. You guys know Karen is not my favorite person on this show. But she should have said, Zach, you don't know that that's your child, right? Right? That's right. You don't know that that's your child, but at least go down there and check on Karen and make sure she and the baby are good. That's the least you can do. But he says no. I was like, that's fucked up. So then I hear some music playing loudly next door. So Zach calls up Deja. Now we know Deja from Zatima because Deja moved in next door. Y'all, how in the hell is this a different timeline if we got Deja from Zatima? Now mind you, we didn't see Deja. He called Deja. But you know what though? I guess it is a different universe, right? Because I haven't caught up on. I'm on episode 7. I'm just finishing episode 7 of Zatima, where Bryce was filling up on. I've actually passed that part where Bryce was filling up on Zach. I'm at the part where Zach was trying to get the realtor to take that lease back from Deja. You guys, never mind. But yeah, like I told you guys about Zatima, I'm not reviewing it anymore. We're gonna collectively wrap it up together. But after that, I can't do Zatima, especially if it's I don't, not my sneeze, not my thing. But let's pause. Nope, let's keep going, you guys. So Andy the dummy. Andy is a dumbass, a dumbass. So she got a call from Gary, right? So Gary, she's talking to Gary, and he asked her, can he see her later? She said, I have this movie that I like, and in the movie, the couple wrote out their good traits on one side of the paper and their bad traits on the other side of the paper. So if you can do that for me, you can come over. I was like, girl, what? Okay, you fool. So Danny then calls her, right? So Danny calls her and she asks her, has she heard from Sabrina? And she says, no, I haven't heard from Sabrina, but I was actually going to call you and ask you, have you heard from Karen? And Danny says no, but then Danny goes on to tell Andy the situation with Sabrina and Maurice about, Logan looking into them for robbing the bank, which y'all have nothing against them. Y'all have a Q's word. You know what, Tyler? I'm not gonna go into deep into that, you guys. We're just gonna leave that where it is. We're not gonna go hardcore into that storyline because if we really just think about it, it's stupid. Let's pause here. Let's move forward. So Pam, she's still at the hospital, right? Who shows up to the hospital? Aaron shows up to the hospital, right? And she's like, "Oh, how did you know where Karen was?" So he didn't tell her, right? So he asked where Karen was. She said, you can find her. So he goes towards the room. And she's like, oh, you knew which room to go to. So he goes into the room where Karen is. And Karen's like, oh, shit. I'm like, Karen is being stupid at this point. Like, let's keep it real. I know some of y'all like Karen, right? But let's keep it real. Karen is being a bitch to Aaron for no apparent reason. Is Aaron annoying? Absolutely, but it don't call for her to be this mean, this rude to Aaron, right? So he comes into the room. Now I get why she's upset. I can get her frustration, right? Because Aaron can be quite a lot, right? So I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, don't be so upset at Aaron. But the reason why she's upset at Aaron is because she doesn't want Aaron around. She doesn't want there to be the possibility that this baby could be Aaron's. That's Karen's problem. Not the fact that the man is annoying to me and her. It's because the fact that she just doesn't want this to be a possibility that it is his child. So then she asked him, how did you know about this? How did you know about this, Aaron? Zach called you. No, Zach gonna do that. Because Pam said the same thing. You know what? It was Fatima. Because Fatima works with Andy and Andy has your number. So she calls up Zach's phone. Zach and Fatima are watching the movie. Zach doesn't answer the phone. So then Fatima's phone rings. And Zach was like, don't answer, babe. So Fatima answers it. And Karen tells her to mind her fucking business. I was like, ooh, Karen. Okay. And then she called her a low down bitch. Bitch. And then she told Zach, and you a bitch ass nigga. You a bitch ass because you didn't even come down here and check on me. That part, I will agree with you on, Karen. Zach is a little bitch ass boy, but not coming to check on you. That part, I will give that to you, right? So then she says, tell your bitch to mind her business. Now, Karen, are you for certain that it was actually, are you certain that it was her? Like, are you certain that it was her? Because you doing all of this, girl, I would tell her, wait until you drop that baby, hoe. Because when you drop that baby, it's on sight, my nigga. So Lisa came back in there telling Karen that the doctors would be coming in. And Aaron says, well, what did they say? Lisa said, you need to leave. I was like, ma'am, he might be the father of your grandchild, so I think he might need to stay. Now, granted, he is stressing Karen out, so yeah, for that, leave. But you can tell him something. So let's pause here, you guys, and let's move forward. So you guys, Andy. So Andy has Gary over to her place, right? I was like, oh my God, what a dummy. So she says, did you bring the list, Gary? So Gary was hemming and hawing. She says, see, here's my list, Gary. Where's yours? So Gary takes his list out. Now, she asked Gary, did he understand the assignment? Maybe I misunderstood the assignment, right? So, because it seems like to me, because she let him read her list, she reading his list, right? But it seemed like the list that she gave to him, that she wrote, was all the good things and bad things about him, and he was supposed to write the good things and bad things about her. But I thought it was the reverse. I thought she was supposed to write the good things about herself and bad things about herself, and then he was supposed to write the good things about himself and the good things about himself, right? The good things about himself and the bad things about himself. Yes, I'm talking fast, I know, right? Shut it. But that's what I thought. I thought that he was supposed to be writing the good things about himself and the bad things about himself and vice versa for Andy. But when he started reading it, he started reading like controlling, this and this and this and that. I was like, wait, well, huh? Because she's asking, did he understand the assignment? I'm like, well, did you understand the assignment or did I misunderstand the assignment? If I misunderstood the assignment, you guys can let me know. I know you guys will let me know that JB, you misunderstood the assignment. I know. If I did, I did, right? So, honestly, with Gary, the only thing that Gary was concerned about is having sex with Andy because he's talking about how hard his dick was. I was like, sir, go home. Go find Jasmine. Speaking of Jasmine, let's just talk about Jasmine real quick. Is Jasmine still in jail? Because we ain't heard nothing about Jasmine since Jasmine sent Karen that subpoena where she was trying to sue Karen and the rest of the girls. And remember, Tyler, you never wrapped that storyline up. You didn't wrap that storyline up, to my knowledge. And again, you guys let me know about that. Because I remember Andy was supposed to look into it, but did Andy ever look into that lawsuit? Because like I said, you guys remember, first of all, how is she trying to sue somebody and she in jail for attempted murder? Jasmine, girl, you got bigger fish to fry. Because you and your sister, you and the Gross sisters tried to hurt Andy in that parking garage. Like, I ain't forgot about her and the Gross sisters. But, so yeah. Not Zach, but Gary wanted to have sex, and that's exactly what they did. Because she told him, Gary, you need to leave. So what did Gary do instead of leaving? Gary started taking his shirt off. I'm like, so you're not gonna take your tie off? Cause he took his shirt off, but he still had the tie. I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, I guess if you like a little chokey action, I guess chokey. So they ended up having sex. Let's pause here and let's move forward. So we find out that Karen is fine, and the baby is fine. That's Aaron's baby. Keeps like that's Aaron's baby. Sorry to tell you, Karen, that's Aaron's baby. But the baby's fine. Karen is just stressed out. She has low iron, and the doctor wants her on bed rest. Good luck with that one, girl. Hopefully you delivered. Oh God, how long is this storyline gonna play out? Because it takes 9 months to cook a baby. Take 9 to 10 months to cook a baby, right? But this is Tyler Perry's world. Oh God, how long is Karen? How many seasons is Karen gonna be pregnant? Oh, that's all I'm thinking about it. How many seasons is Karen gonna be pregnant? Oh God, how many seasons is she gonna be pregnant before she has this baby? You know, one show that I can say I appreciated the fact that they didn't draw out a pregnancy, The Game. Because when Tasha found out she was pregnant on The Game, baby, her pregnancy went by in a few episodes. Can we do that with Karen? Can we speed up Karen's pregnancy? God. So we see Danny. So Danny went over to Calvin and Maurice's place, right? So Calvin comes to the door and she asks Calvin, has he heard from Maurice? And he's like, no, he hasn't heard from Maurice. I'm like, I beg to differ. You have heard from Maurice. You just didn't answer the phone because it was from a correctional facility and you didn't answer it. Comments, I mean, shit. If a correctional facility calls me back to back, I'm gonna be like, bitch, who is this calling me and why are you calling me? If a number calls me back to back, I'm like, you know what? You must want something. You must know me. Who is this? I'm gonna answer, pretend like I don't know who you. I'm gonna answer and use a fake voice. I'm gonna answer, use a fake voice, right? So he calls up Maurice's phone. Maurice's phone went to voicemail, right? So then Danny told them about what's going on with Logan, looking at them for, the bank robbery. I'm glad that we all know that there's no way Sabrina nor Maurice would do that, but hey, this is Tyler Perry's world. We're just living in it, you guys. So next up, we see Zach. So Fatima was pissed off at him, right? She told him she was going to bed, and Zach said, girl, you ain't going to bed. You got that wig on and that makeup. I cracked up laughing. Because that scene was, I definitely felt like that was ad-lib. So Zach went over to Karen's place. Her mama told Zach that, he can't talk to Karen tonight, right? So then he tells her mother that she called Fatima a bitch. And she said, well, is she a bitch? I was like, you old bald-headed heifer. Ooh. You old bald-headed ass heifer. Now she ain't a bitch, but your daughter's a bitch. You know what? Karen didn't even deserve that. Yes, she did. It's Karen. So then Danny went over to... Now, how in the hell did Danny get up into Andy's apartment? Andy has a bellman. And you have to get on the elevator. So how in the fuck did Danny get up that elevator? Granted, I know that he knows that they're probably friends, but she came up to Andy's apartment to find Andy straddling Gary's penis. And that is where the episode ended, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications. Share the video, you guys. And until next time, stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Wear a mask. Socially distance. Be blessed. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.